was the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Quan Bray now to return this football. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Play fake here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Second down, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. The Colts send out their punter. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Campanaro. And now running right through it. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They go play action here on first down. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Eight yards to go here on second down. Passing play, Flacco, and this one's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and now it's third down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Marlon Mack, the rookie from South Florida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A second down throw for Brissett. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Let's face it, when Adam Vinatieri actually misses a field goal, that's when we're surprised. We're not as all shocked that he made this one.
Of course, he has the record, 44 straight field goal makes. He closed out 2015 making 25, and then started 2016 with 19 in a row. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second down, Flacco now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 32-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a first down and 5 for the offense.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! 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 Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black Ohio! Here we go!
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Brissett sets to throw it. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he's flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. And he'll be blocked
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Brissett to throw on 1st. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find what...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Hassan Ridgeway able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Setting up the screen for West. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Dumps it off to Woodhead. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Fullback try and push the pile. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a lot of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Campanaro on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He hits West underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven 1st down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Catch made there by Brett Perriman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Flacco will take to the air again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flacco to throw here on third down. And that's complete to Gilmore. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wallace. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Flacco here on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Once more, it's Flacco. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run with Mack. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from Ohio State, Malik Hooker, with the INT. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Throwing here on first down, Flacco, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. First down, Brissett. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Red 38.
A second down throw for Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, third and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Second down, Flacco now. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's taken down, back at his own 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st down, Flacco. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They go pass again with Flacco. And that is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. We're set on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Ohio! Let's go! Ryan 38!
We're set now on 2nd down. Catch left side here by Aiken. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the carry, Michael. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett forced out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now it's Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go. 4th down, fourth quarter. Flacco. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
On the run, this is Michael. And some room to work. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, flex round. Flex round.
They run again with Michael. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.